Like, damn, babe, I just don't understand. What's the problem? I just don't understand why we gotta go through the same shit every day. Damn, like this some bullshit.
You be on that bullshit. You on that 718, can't get a
The licking. He really wanna fuck me cause he know that really different. That pussy but I purr like a little kitten. He begging, asking me to let him stick the tipping.
testing, 1, 2, testing. So, just a full disclaimer, I know that all of the photos that you're going to see in this video are like cut off, weird or whatever. But it's just because the watermark was on, most of the photos, so I had to hide the watermark, so that's why they kind of look crazy. But anyway, welcome back. I'm your host, Mr. Reality Chop. And today we are going to be talking about Baddies West Season 3, Episode 10. I really hate that I gotta say Season 3 for a show that's, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of weird. Like, I know it's like an ongoing series, but it's like, once the name is kind of changed, it's actually the first season, but tomato, that's Natalie's weird doing. So we just gonna hop right into it. So they at the table, whatever. Tommy's still like, make my day, all this other stuff. Moral of the story, Chrisean is kind of like, cause Biggie and Stunner is like going back and forth too. And with all of that being said, Tommy did have a moment of growth and maturity because she was like, you know what, let's do this when we get home. And I was like, that's cool. She showed world producer vibes to me, like, oh, you know what? We not even gonna do this right now. Let's eat or whatever. So kudos to Tommy. Shout out to her. I thought that was really dope. Also, Chrisean, she was just kind of trying to give her 2 cents throughout the whole dinner. And Biggie basically was like, I feel like Chrisean just want me to shut up and apologize. And I've been hearing and seeing a lot of people saying like Biggie has been prolonging the situation and etc. But if I don't like somebody, you can't tell me how not to like them. Even if you are kind of wrong and it does kind of look like everybody is picking on Stunner. And I've been seeing those type of comments too. Like people feel like everybody been picking on Stunner and every situation is with her. And I do agree they need to have a different situation with somebody else. But at the same time, it's not like, well, I can't say it's not just 2 girls, because Stunner Girl done fought 4 people in the house. Tommy, Rolly, Biggie, Razor. Yeah, she pretty much done fought 4 people in the house. So me, I'm half. Like, I do feel like, let's see something else. But we kind of knew, like, this is what this season was going to be about. The way Stunner Girl was online before the season even aired. So I'm not shocked that we don't get no other situation from nobody this whole other show. Because I'm just trying to think about, okay, Razor and Natalie, not Razor, Scotty and Natalie fought at the end. Well, Natalie attacked Scotty at the end of this episode. So what is really left for them to, like, who's next? Because I really can't see nobody else fighting next. Like, the only thing I can see is like the reunion, and y'all know the reunion ain't even filmed yet, because they always go live from the reunion and all this other stuff, so that's not even filmed yet. So it's like, they was saying, and I know I'm going off topic, but they was saying, oh, it's a lot of episodes this season, but is it really a lot of episodes? Like, maybe, is it only like 14 episodes or something? Because what else is next? I don't know, y'all. If y'all let me... Well, I guess Stunner Girl and Biggie fighting in the club is next. But I don't know, y'all. I'm going to be honest with y'all. And I'm going to just be 100% real. I was just watching Baddies South like 3 4 days, like 3 days, like no, not even 3 days ago, 2 days ago, before like the website wanted to be acting crazy or whatever. But I was watching Baddies South like literally 2 3 days ago, and I just was like, I don't know why. It's just nostalgic to me. Like I don't know. It's something about that season. It's just like a vibe. Like I don't know. Like for instance, I would never go back and watch Baddies ATL. Just off of the simple fact of like, one, I never really finished Baddies ATL. I only made it to like episode 9 or 8 or something when it was at the basketball court. I don't know, that shit was boring. Baddies South, I can kind of rewatch it. It was a lot going on, but I could kind of rewatch it. I think eventually if I do rewatch it, I'm gonna stop at a certain episode and probably like skip a couple episodes. But it wasn't a bad season. But anyway, let me get back to what we was talking about. So, you know, Biggie feels like Chrisean just want her to shut up, and Chrisean keep intervening. And I forgot what Chrisean said. Chrisean was like, just be honest. Like y'all want to like who y'all want to like. Y'all don't want to with them because y'all want to fuck. Basically saying like they already picked their clicks and etc. And Chrisean, to me personally, through this scene, she really needed to shut up. She put her hand in Natalie's mashed potatoes. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I was taking out the trash and stuff before I came and made this review, and I was watching Pierre's review, a little bit of it, because I know he's still alive right now. I don't know when y'all gonna see this video, but I know he's still alive right now. So I was watching like a live after show review or whatever. And I know people was probably saying like what Natalie started earlier. Well, what Natalie started later in the episode was because she low-key wanted to say something to Rock about the mashed potatoes. But the thing with Natalie and Rock is, I understand they try to make it on editing like it's a big sister, little sister type of situation. But it's really like she had up some pent up animosity, and it just was like, Natalie, like, just say something. You get what I'm saying? Or it was just one of those situations where it was like, Natalie, what I'm trying to say is, Natalie's not really going to say anything when Chrisean is in her face, because last season, if y'all did not catch it, when Natalie and Chrisean got into it on the bus, and she was like, get that little bee off my bus or whatever, and she went to go to the bus. Natalie was scared for her life. I still remember that scene. Natalie will fight whoever, but Natalie was scared for her life in that scene. Anyway, the mashed potatoes thing happened or whatever, after that, I think they go straight to the club. I didn't even know they was going straight to the club, but speaking of that goes to our point on last episode when everybody was like, why is Stunner Girl wearing this, that, and the third? And it's like, Tommy, I thought Tommy had on more clothes than what she did in my last review that I made. Tommy barely had on anything, so why are y'all just saying something to Stunner Girl? AKA, we just picking more situations. Moral of the story, we move on from the dinner. It ain't really nothing to talk about. Biggie tried to get up and was like, I'm not doing this TV and all this other stuff. And Chrisean tried to like hold back and like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like trying to like, Chrisean was drunk, and you will see this throughout the episode. Chrisean was giving me her no jumper interview. If you ever seen her no jumper interview when she was kicking and screaming, this whole interview, like, that's what it gave me. Like, no jumper. Like, I was just like, I can tell she's drunk. Anyway, they go up there, they go to the club, they start introducing everybody. They really didn't need to do that. Biggie tells Tommy she wanna, like, I don't know, get Stunner or whatever. And Tommy was telling her this is her perfect time. Even though she the producer, is like, from where we from, if you got a problem, you got a problem. And my whole thing is like, I do understand what some people be like, Biggie gives me like, I want to be liked vibes, like I want to fit in type of vibes. And like I can see it at the same time, but do I feel like Biggie just completely lacks self-esteem? No, I don't. Cause I just heard somebody say something like that, like, oh, like Biggie want to be like so bad and da 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 da, whatever. Moral of the story, that happens. You know, they in there. Tommy performs pressure. Rolly, speaking on Rolly, not spending too much time on Rolly, but Rolly's song, Red Ruby, I really like that. It's actually a remix, well, not a remix, but a freestyle to Nicki Minaj's Red Ruby. To be honest, I liked it Rolly's more than I liked it Nicki's. Whoever don't come from me bars, but whoever like mixes Rolly stuff, they did a good job, especially at the end of her Red Ruby Sleeves interview. Not interview, her Red Ruby you know, track. She was like something something go nah 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 nah. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was Rolly. Like she sound way different. So Rolly, kudos to you. I don't like your personality. Not saying that. Let me not give you a backhanded compliment. Shout out to you. It was dope. I think you can go really far with music. Some of the stuff that you've been doing online, as far as when it comes to like what's that name? What's the guy name? Dingaling and all of them, like call him cancer patient and stuff. And you know, I don't agree with that, but I do understand you were provoked in situations, but I don't fully agree with all of that. So that kind of makes me look at you a little different. But, you know, the Red Ruby the Sleeves thing, that was fire. So shout out to you. You know, everybody performs whatever. Tommy's like Chrisean's going first, and as long as I go last, and I'm like, what like what's the issue, Tommy? Like what why do you is this like a fantasy in your head? Like you need to create the like I am like the last, like that's who they've been waiting for. Like no, Tommy, you stopped when Tommy. I don't care what nobody say. Tommy, people was looking at Tommy for her music for a teeny bit seconds, and then they stopped because she started fucking. I forgot what she did. She effed it up though, and I remember she had a good press run. That's just how like I'm not even gonna bring that into there because they don't got nothing to do with baddies. But she had a good press run and she stopped. So I don't understand like the caddy bullshit with the whole first and last and stuff. Moral of the story, they all go. We getting out of the club. They go to a meet and greet. I thought this was really cool that they did that. Shout out to Natalie. You're adding something different. I would love to see that. I actually would love to see that you do a meet and greet and not just us show us the pictures and the videos of them and actually have somebody coming up talking about, you know, you saved my life and etc. We need to see stuff like that, you know, have more heartwarming moments like Rolly did in the last episode when she talked about her depression. So you're in the right track, Miss Nunn, but I would like to see, you know, them talk more on the meet and greets and see what the fans have to say about them. So after we get from the meet and greet, you know, they talking about they done in Arizona. I think that's where they just came from. They was on I was about to say the boat. They was on the bus. You know, everybody chilling, whatever. More of the story, Natalie like took Chrisean chaser when she was doing something, and I feel like a part of me felt like Natalie know what she was doing because she know Chrisean is so consumed in drinking. So, you know, Chrisean kind of got mad, like, yo, my chaser, da da da. I don't even feel like Chrisean was mad. I feel like it was just her aggression, like, yo, da 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 da. Natalie was like, oh, well, wait, you know, I'm skipping over some parts, but these are just the main details. Natalie's like, oh, wait, you know, you talking about me taking your chaser when just as you were about to drink it, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, well, you feeling a certain way, but I feel certain ways too. And then, you know, Chrisean always comes back to this somebody respecting her thing. And it's like, you got to give respect to get respect. Chrisean attitude or mostly how she be acting sometimes be like, okay, like, I don't know. Just moral of the story, like, I'm not saying I disagree with Chrisean. I'm not saying that I like disagree with Chrisean on her parts, but I feel like Chrisean takes everything serious because she's like battling some trauma from like way back when, and it's just like either you gonna deal with your traumas or the world is going to turn that shit around and make you deal with them on your own. It ain't nobody, no money, no none of that gonna be able to get you out. So more of the story that happened, it gave me Candy and Winter vibes. If you watch BGC 16, when Winter pulled the drink and she was like, juice me or give me some or something like that, and Candy was like, no, it's not give me some or something. She was like, you don't just take the juice or something. And I understood it. You know, they don't know each other like that. So, but Natalie and Chrisean kind of, you get what I'm saying? They kind of have been acquaintances, but I think they just put up with each other because of the show. And, you know, they had to and etc. But, you know, that happened. Natalie started to like move away. Lo is like on the other side of the bus. She's having a conversation with Kat and, you know, Stunner, and Lo is just keeping her peace. Like, you know, yeah, you know, I did have, you know, Lo was keeping it 100. She was like, you know, I did kind of feel like you may have been like a part of, you know, like keeping the shit going. But she was like, you know, I really wanted to sit up here, you know, to get to talk with you and etc. Because she don't like, you know, she hate that it's always separated. Rolly ended up saying in this episode she hate that Stunner's already separated, and kudos to her because they could sit next to each other and not have an issue. You know, I actually seen a really like lighter side of Stunner Girl when she was talking to Roller, because I'm like, look at them, they could fight and then, you know, be in each other's face. That's growth. Me, I can't do that with everybody, but you know, some people I can do it with. Yeah, that's really, you know, what was happening up there. Scotty ended up coming back when Chrisean and whatchamacallit started arguing. Lo was like, I didn't even know you was cool with Scotty. Scotty and Stunner hugged each other, etc. That just shows like Lo is really just seeing what we seeing. So, you know, Lo was kind of giving me like speaking up too much this episode. But going back to Chrisean and Natalie was like, can I keep it real with you like a real bitch, like a sister, because da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, she was trying to sound all real, and it's like, Natalie, just say what you gotta say. Like, it's like, I feel like she wanted to tell Chrisean, like, yo, like, I'm trying to speak to you as a real human being, as a 37-year-old, which Natalie said in this thing. She was like, you know what hurt me when you said that she got up or something, and she was like, your old ass need to sit down. And my whole thing is, Natalie, you act unbothered by everything. Nothing gets to you. You get on Instagram and laugh and etc. So I'm just not buying the fact that, you know, oh, that would just hurt your feelings and etc. No, you needed a reason. Give me a reason, just give me a reason. And you needed a reason. Plain and simple. And I feel like Natalie got that reason. She provoked it. Security, you know, when Natalie went up front, security was trying to stop her from going in, Chrisean from going in, or etc. You peeped, they was topping Tommy. I was like, why they stopping Tommy? Then I was like, oh, Stunner Girl up there. It just makes no sense. Like, if y'all gonna be a cast and y'all gonna be in the same place, don't split nobody up. Let it be what it's gonna be until it calms down. Y'all security, do your job. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't just keep holding them back. Anyway, you know, that happens. Natalie got on live, she talking whatever. Chrisean is still kind of drunk, like, no, because I da-da-da-da-da. It really took me a little while to wrap my head around what the hell was going on, because I'm like, it's so stupid on what they're arguing about. Like, I don't know. And, you know, I'm not high or anything. I thought I had another L in here. I got a little bit of an L left, y'all. I'm gonna have to fucking... I was thinking I was gonna mix some of my weed that I found up in this thing, but, you know, I barely got weed. I've been smoking for like 4 days straight. That's here nor there. You know, and it just was one of those situations, you know, Chrisean like tapped Natalie. It looked at actually lighter on Instagram. She did kind of tap her, but it wasn't like hard or anything. And then, you know, Chrisean, like, Natalie gets up, like, what are you doing? She got up slow. Then she started to get hyped when security guy, she wanted to get on the table and stuff. She got off the bus, bring that B out here, etc. Natalie wasn't trying to throw no punches in the thing. Scotty comes out to check on Natalie. Natalie hit Scotty, etc. Well, she tried. She was doing something at first. Then I think she swung her little swings. Natalie can't really box like that. She only can do this. My bad, y'all. The time cut off on me. I didn't even know that we went past 20 minutes. But anyway, Natalie can't really box like that. So, that happened. Scotty is mad confused. Scotty was not smiling or anything like that. There's no reason for, Natalie to be mad at Scotty, because it's like, Scotty didn't that's not none of Scotty's problem anyway. If they arguing on the bus, like, y'all didn't get to a fist fight, y'all had words, etc. It's not like you should just pop on her, because you get what I'm saying. I say if you and a John fighting or something, and then you start losing, and then I gotta jump in for you because you're getting your ass whipped badly. But y'all just had a little argument, y'all had a disagreement, and y'all had words. Like, why would I jump in it? Like, you can handle yourself. So it's no excuse on why Natalie did what she did. Clearly, she was taking her anger out on Scotty. Next week, we see Rolly say, she not really your friend, etc. Who else? Somebody was like, oh, this makes a good point. Because somebody was like, oh, no. Chrisean on the bus, she was like, Natalie says whatever she want to say, and then, we all become cool with her. But nobody, like, she said something, I'm paraphrasing. She said something along the lines of, like, we all take Natalie shit, but then at the end of the day, nobody really want to say nothing to her. And she said she said it on and off of camera too. Like, she had those talks with Natalie about being disrespectful and etc. And I kind of get, like, I wish I could word for word, get what Rock said, but y'all know, because y'all watched it. Basically, like, Rock was, saying, like, we don't really, like, Natalie always be getting away with shit and doing stuff. And, I kind of agree. And it's kind of sad, because as I'm watching this episode, I'm kind of, like, scratching my head. Like, I know I'm not agreeing with Rock, low key. Like, you know what I'm saying? One thing I can give it to Rock, she did, like, she wasn't completely in the wrong. Like, she wasn't completely in the wrong. Even though I do feel like she was, like, drunk and shit like that, she wasn't completely in the wrong. Like, I do kind of get where she was coming from. But the same thing with her and Stunner. They talking about somebody always gotta respect them, etc. Like, first of all, I don't know you. I can give you general respect as another human being to a human being. But first of all, I don't know you. So how am I supposed to respect you off the rip if I don't know you? You get what I'm saying? Like, I get what it's saying, just regular human decency, but it's like, bro, I don't know you. Like, they need to stop saying that. Anyway, what else little stuff happened this episode? Next week, Scotty and what's her name, Natalie, gonna have a talk, a sit down, and she was like, I really just see you not my friend, and etc. And it's just like, bro, you gotta know how to, like, play the game with Natalie. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody know, Rolly know what it is, Chrisean know what it is. Chrisean basically was telling us this episode, like, I know what it is. I know she ain't, like, you get what I'm saying? Next episode, we really don't see Chrisean, like, there. And I guess she is, like, about to go away or etc. Because she just don't, I don't know. I really don't give a fuck about the storyline. What else happened? That really was about it. This episode was okay. Like, I think I seen, like, somewhere some people actually liked it this episode. The episode was hard. It was like, it wasn't dragged, but it was like, we didn't need the part about Sky's ass. Like, I don't care. And I just wanted to thank all the people that sent me their condolences too. But anyway, I'll be here next week. Bye bye.